Hello everyone, my name is Juan Ali and this presentation is for Data 635 Unit 6. Today I will compare networks 2 and 3 and evaluate their cybersecurity risks using network visualization and connection analysis. Starting with network 2, we can see a highly connected network with multiple communication paths. While their network appears more chaotic, it is more resilient because communication can continue through alternate routes if a node fails. However, the large number of connections allows malware to spread more easily throughout the networks. Overall, classify network 2 as more robust. Network 3 is more centralized. Communication is concentrated on a few critical nodes, especially Nebula and Starhawk. If either node fails or becomes compromised, communications across large portions of networks could be disrupted. Overall, I would classify network 3 as more fragile than network 2. Now moving on to critical nodes. For network 2, the most important nodes are Stealth, Shadow, and Spectre. For network 3, the most important nodes are Nebula and Starhawk. These nodes represent the highest operational cybersecurity risk because they support large amount of network communication. The connection count chart supports these findings. Stealth Shadows each maintain 12 direct connections while Spectre maintains 11. For network 3, Nebula has 10 connections and Starhawk has 7. Although network 3 has fewer connections overall, these connections are concentrated around a small number of systems. And then looking closer at the Starhawk and Nebula, they are directly connected and support many surrounding systems. This creates a critical dependency. If either node were to be compromised throughout malware, denial of service attack, or hardware failure, communication across multiple portions of the network could be disrupted. Why I made this assessment. I made these assessments using both betweenness centrality and connection count analysis. Between measuring how often communication passes through a node, while some nodes have smaller numbers of connections, they do not have the same level of influence. For example, Nebula and Starhawk serve as bridges between groups of systems. This means communication frequently depends on them, which explains their highest betweenness value. Network 2 distributes communication across several major nodes, while Network 3 concentrates on communications around only a few hubs. This is the differences why I concluded that Network 2 is more resilient than Network 3, and Network 3 carries a greater operational cybersecurity risk. In conclusion, this analysis, the biggest difference between the two networks is how communication is distributed. Network 2 spreads communication across several major hubs, creating redundancy, and Network 3 is easier to understand visually but depends heavily on two nodes. This creates bottlenecks and increases impacts of outages, malware infections, and targeted attacks. By reducing dependency on critical hubs and additional communication paths, the organization may improve cybersecurity resiliency. By reduce dependencies, add redundancy, implement network segmentation, and monitor closely. Thank you for listening.